As we close out Women's History Month, Sierra Whaley highlights the story of a legendary outdoors woman and how advocates and educators are working to make sure her story lives on.
I think she always broke sort of the gender norm rules for what a woman should do out in the wilderness.
After years of battling tuberculosis, Cornelia Fly Rod Crosby took up outdoor recreation, including fishing, hiking, and hunting. This journey improved her overall health, and from there, she wanted to share her knowledge and experiences with anyone she could. She began putting it all on paper, and her articles led to extraordinary opportunities.
Other newspapers started writing about her and her adventures, because she was just, remarkably skilled as an angler. She was tromping through the woods. She was doing all these things that were sort of untraditional. And as that attention sort of drew to her, she started writing small pieces for the local newspapers on her own adventures, but also reporting on the people she was meeting. So the other Maine guides who are out there, the camp owners.
Fly Rod Crosby was passionate about outdoor recreation in her home state, so much so she pushed for the Maine legislature to write into law requirements of what it takes to be a Maine guide.
The very first guide's license in Maine was issued to her. She had badge number 1. And just think about that at the time, the turn of the century, that was a big deal.
Roger Lambert didn't just know of Fly Rod Crosby growing up, he was inspired by her. Now he's part of an organization called Friends of Fly Rod Crosby. As a Maine guide himself, he wants to help preserve and share her story.
One of the things our Friends of Fly Rod group want young people to know that they can be a champion of Maine.
Just like Fly Rod herself, and people all over the world were drawn to her expertise and her legendary booths at sportsman expositions. This not only educated others about Maine, but it increased tourism in the now vacation land as well. Another unique factor is she set the bar for inclusivity. While at the time it wasn't encouraged, she influenced other women to take part in outdoor recreation.
She always wanted women to go out and explore more, do hiking, not be afraid of hunting and fishing, and really take advantage of the same activities that men normally dominated.
Now advocates for Fly Rod are ensuring her history will never be forgotten.
We're developing an exhibit area that's focus is to explore the stories of the Maine experience. And Crosby's going to be the subject of one of those sections.
Visitors to the Maine State Museum will be able to learn her story through objects and more. The Friends of Fly Rod Crosby also has an exciting project up their sleeve with the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife, a statue to honor.
It's going to be at the headquarters. IF&W has got funding for a remodel in a new facility on the would be the east side of the Kennebec, right across from the Capitol. They'll pull in there to check that building out or have business with that, and they're going to see the building and American flag, and Cornelia will be there in all her glory with a pack on her back and a rifle in the pack and her fly rod and heading up the hill to go fishing.
These projects are expected to be complete in spring 2026. Both advocates and educators at Maine State Museum and organizations like Friends of Fly Rod hope to eliminate the question of who was Fly Rod Crosby.
She did it all. This gal's something special.
That was Sierra Whaley reporting. Crosby died in 1946 at 92 years old. She wasn't as active in the later years of her life, but she continued writing. WBI will keep you posted on when the exhibit through the Maine State Museum is up, as well as her honorary statue, which will be big thank you to one of the most legendary fly fishers in the nation, a woman from Phillips, Maine, who took the wilderness and made it her own. To see both parts of the story, you can head to our website or mobile app.